Hello students, I Meenakshi Kaushik is explaining the SST chapters classes 6 to 12 on YouTube channel. My channel name is the Digital Education where I am giving the valuable and depth knowledge and information to the classes 6 to 12, and I am sure when you will watch my YouTube channel where you will get the valuable information, depth knowledge, other informative points which are completely related to your school exam pattern, and that will help you for gaining the good marks and providing you the best to best knowledge in my channel. Thank you, student. Hello, students. Today I am going to explain about the Shesha Suri kingdom. In my previous SST online class, in my videos, I explained to you about Zahiruddin, Muhammad Babur and Nasiruddin Muhammad Humayun. And that class I also explained to you there was a 15 years gap in the time period of Humayun just because of Shesha Suri kingdom. Because Shesha Suri defeated Humayun in the Battle of Chausa in 1539. So then he left India, he went to Persia, Humayun. And now after the Humayun, there was the rule of the Shesha Suri in Delhi. So now today I am going to explain about the Shesha Suri kingdom and his son rule in during this time period Islam Shah Suri. And after finishing the Suri kingdom, I will explain to you more and more about the Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar and the policy of Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, the Rajput policy and the religious policy. So now firstly, let's start from the Shesha Suri kingdom. So first student we have to know about that Shesha Suri was a very great ruler and he was a very brilliant administrator. He introduced many reforms, army reforms introduced, and the revenue reforms. He introduced some administrative reforms and the welfare reforms he introduced during his time period. This is about the basic of Shesha Suri. And next point is he now when he introduced army reforms, so he paid the salaries to his soldiers in both the ways, in cash, especially in the cash, and the soldiers and the officers. Second, now the army generals of the Shesha Suri kingdom or himself the Shesha Suri, he was very perfect in the warfare policy. Now next say when we talk about the means the welfare programs and the policies of the Shesha Suri in this regard, in this manner, now Shesha Suri built many roads and many means the welfare programs and the policies were also introduced by Shesha Suri. And now for example the GT road, yani ki Grand Trunk road, that was stretches from Delhi to Amritsar. It was built by Shesha Suri. These roads were lined with the trees, wells, and rest houses. Means to say that he now this road was completely it was lined with the means the bigger trees were there, wells were there, and rest houses means rest houses means the people's means those are going for the means for enjoyment purposes and for recreation purposes. So rest houses means you can say Vishram Greh in Hindi. So Vishamgir rest houses were also built by the Shesha Suri. The road exists even today. Up now GT road, there is Grand Trunk road. This is today time. It is also existing even today period and forms a part of the national highways. So this is the greatest contribution of Shesha Suri in Suri kingdom. Now third point, when we talk about the coins and the currency, introduce the gold and silver and the copper coins known as the tanka or rupaya. So he was a ruler who introduced the gold as well as the silver and the copper coins, and these coins were known as the tanka or rupaya. When we talk about the next reform, yeah, next means the policy of the Shesha Suri, he started the new postal system also. He introduced a new postal system by using the horses. Means for the postal system, he used the horses specially, and the rest houses are the sarais. Sarais means the Vishram Greh. Sarais means Vishram Greh. Students, whatever the points I am giving to you, you please have to note down in your SST practice notebook in notepad, and even simultaneously you can take the screenshot during when I am explaining the topic. Next step, then Sarais means the Vishram Greh. On the GT road side, तो Plantek road की side already explained to you, some rest houses है, Vishram Greh है, Sarais है, big trees है, that all were built by the Sheshasuri. So now it was the greatest contribution during this time period in Mughal dynasty of Sheshasuri. Now in the means in the way of we are seeing that administrative manner में administrative reforms and the welfare reforms, army reforms, and some economic means revenue policies were also introduced by Shesha Suri. So now this GT road were also used as Dak Chowki. This GT road, again I am now repeating this line, GT road were also used as a Dak Chowki. So please you also have to underline and just in your copy and note down in your copy and take the screenshot please and underline the important points in your SST practice copy in notepad where you are writing. Students please. Now next है fifth number point, Shesha Suri greatly improved the revenue system, which already I told you that some new revenue policies were also implemented by the Shesha Suri. So this was the greatest contribution of the Shesha Suri now implementation of the revenue system during this time period. The land was measured and revenues was fixed according the actual measurement and the productivity of the land. Means to say that during his time period, Shesha Suri measured the land, means that जो land revenue officers थे all they measured the land properly in the three categories, means the good category the land and the middle means the average means category is the land, average category land, and third was the barren category land. And one more thing I would like to tell you student, this was not only the this ruler who implemented this type of means land categorization system in Mughal dynasty in this Suri kingdom. There was another ruler, previous ruler in Delhi Sultanate, who was that was the Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji also categorized the land according to the productivity of the land, the good land, the average land, and the barren land. And according to the productivity of the land, he now decided the means the land revenues which will be paid by the means the peasants and the landlords to the rulers, to the sultan. So this system already introduced by Alauddin Khilji in Delhi Sultanate, and that was also followed by Shesha Suri in Suri kingdom. So now again I am coming to on my point. The land was measured according to the productivity of the land. The good land, the average land means the middle land, and the third land was the barren land. So now good land, so naturally the contribution of the means the production. Now according to the production, the peasants and the landlords they had to pay to the ruler. Middle land hai, then according to that they had to pay the revenues to the ruler, who the peasants means the farmers and the landlords. Next now the next one, the third one category was a barren land. Barren land means if there is any type of now natural climatic calamity is there, barren means that period if any type of drought is faced, या famine condition was faced, any natural calamity faced by the peasant, so now they no need to pay the any tax to the ruler. So this was a flexibility we can see, the flexibility we can see in the revenue system of Shesha Suri kingdom, and same flexibility in the revenue system we can see in the time period of Alauddin Khilji of Delhi Sultanate. So now students, according to the land productivity, the revenues were fixed by the Shesha Suri and actual according to the actual measurement also. So this was the complete the new revenue system. We can't say the new revenue because it was introduced by the Alauddin Khilji and Delhi Sultanate. It was simply followed by Shesha Suri during his time period. So this is all about the revenue system. Now please student, whatever the explanation I have given, you please note down. Now this was not the first ruler who introduced this type of system. Land was measured according to the productivity of land, and then accordingly the revenues were fixed and deposit to the ruler. This system was initially and firstly it was introduced by Alauddin Khilji during the Sultanate, Delhi Sultanate time period. Number 6 point, the Sheshas administration became the model. Shesha Suri administration became the model, followed by the Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. In my previous class, already I told you that when you are writing the ruler name, the Mughal dynasty's ruler name, whether you are writing the Delhi Sultanate dynasty, the rulers' names, you always students have to write the complete and full name. Don't write simply the Akbar. You have to write always when you are answering in your answer sheet at the time of the exam, Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. Same you have to follow Zahiruddin Muhammad Babar. Now same you have to follow Nasiruddin Humayun, Nasiruddin Muhammad Humayun. So student, you have to write the always a complete and the full name of all the Delhi Sultanate rulers and the Mughal Sultanate rulers. So now student, now this administrative system, it became the model followed by Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar when the consolidated the Mughal Empire. When the Akbar consolidated his Mughal dynasty, that all system, this type of means the central administration and the army administration reforms and the revenue reforms, that all followed by Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. But one more thing, they were the two important policies which I will explain to you when I will discuss, when I will show to you the slide of Akbar. This all the administration, आपका revenue administration है, army reforms है, then revenue policies है, and civil administration, central administration है, clear, provincial administration hai, that all followed by the Akbar, but two new policies which were implemented by the Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, that is very famous in Indian medieval history and Mughal history, that is the Akbar's Rajput policy, the Akbar's religious policy. So students, I will explain to you the Akbar's Rajput policy and the religious policy in my next online class. Please, you have to see, you have to read, and now firstly please you have to note down all these points of Shesha Suri which I discussed with you, which I now explain to you. You have to please take the screenshot simultaneously. It will be very helpful to cope up your syllabus, to cover your syllabus, the topic, and now easily you can prepare all these points now for your exams when we will be appearing in your exam PT1 or term 1. Clear? So please have to take the screenshot. And my next is the Rajput policy and the religious policy and the administration and art and architecture. Everything I will explain to you in my next online class, right, in my YouTube channel. So please watch my channel regularly. I will provide you very valuable information, very knowledgeable information to my all the SST students. Please, I will explain to you. You can see ma'am is coming on the topic Akbar. Okay, but firstly I have to take the screenshot and then I will explain my next topic. Thank you students. Thank you.